Aer Lingus flights on a dozen regional routes have been cancelled and 480 jobs are under threat with the sudden collapse of Stobart Air. The airline, which was previously Air Arran, operated services under contract with Aer Lingus. Transport Minister Eamon said everything would be done to try to restore connectivity to the regions, but unions said the collapse reflected a government failure to support the aviation sector.
Stobart Air was contracted to operate Aer Lingus's regional services until the end of 2022. 12 routes are impacted by its decision to close, including public service routes out of Dublin to Kerry and Donegal, as well as other services from Dublin and Belfast to Britain.
Yeah, it's a huge blow to the airport. A big shock to us to hear this morning. With 4 flights a day with Stobart was the PSO service, and that's the only scheduled service that we have operating at the moment.
Passengers booked on Stobart-operated flights are advised not to go to the airport and to check the Aer Lingus website for updates on rebooking and refunds. Stobart said its decision was unavoidable, citing the impact of COVID-19. Regional airports are likely to be the hardest hit by the news.
The collateral damage, the wider community that depended on the services Stobart Air were providing to Donegal, Kerry and other regions in Ireland. It's a very, very sad day, and it's a very sad day for aviation.
The airline has been struggling for some time, and a recent effort to sell it fell through.
So it's a very, very difficult time to get financing to buy an airline like Stobart. The model worked before COVID arrived. It's been ailing since.
480 employees will be impacted by the closure, and unions are calling for urgent action to avoid any repeat of this situation.
A lot of air cabin crew transferred into Stobart Air following being employed in Air Arran. So you're talking about people with decades of service. What we're calling on the government to do is to put in Pacific supports.
Firstly, Aer Lingus and Stobart were running a lot of services for Aer Lingus. Aer Lingus should be able to restore particularly a lot of the UK-Irish, UK-Dublin services. We expect to see them back, Aer Lingus doing it straight away or fairly quickly.
Start-up airline Emerald was due to take over the contract to run Aer Lingus's regional services from 2023, but the big question now is what happens to these routes until then.